Good afternoon and welcome back to Manly 16ft Skiff Club as we continue the 2025-26 Club Championship with Heat 3 today. It's fantastic to be back out on Sydney Harbour for another day of top-tier skiff racing. If the first two heats are anything to go by, we're in for another thrilling afternoon on the water. I'm Jimmy Beery, and whether you're watching from the clubhouse, out on the water, or tuning in from around the world, thanks for joining us. Your support continues to drive the energy of Manly Skiff Club community, and we're excited to bring you all the action once again. Alongside me in commentary today is Andrew Buckland and Mark Griffith. Great to have you alongside today. What are you expecting of today's heat?
Well, Jimmy, why don't we talk about the course, because that's we're located in, off Dobroyd Point, it's turning into a regulation like Nor'easter. The course is a bit problematic, I think.
Course is problematic. Thoughts, Griffith?
Problematic, that's a big word, Bucker. Well, 5 laps. They're going to have their work cut out from particularly this nor'easter. It does look like it's building very nicely.
Yeah, so here's a suspicion that we might end up in the sort of 16 to 18 knot bracket for the puffs. The problem today is that the lulls are pretty thick and there's good compression against the headland, and we're sitting looking straight at Dobroyd Point. Good compression on the left edge, but fading as you get right towards the bottom of the course. So they put a short track in, which makes sense in a certain way. But
I think also the reason why they're putting a short track, it looks like there's a regatta on down in Balmoral, Bucko. So it's a shortish sort of track, but currently the committee boat is displaying a bearing of 025 and the 16s are on a W5, which is a windward finish after 5 laps, and the 13s on a W4, so they do 4 laps. But we'll wait and see what happens. Still got a little bit until the start in just over 10 minutes. I think we might take a quick chance while we're going to have a look at the results so far in the Club Championship for the 16s. Here they are on screen. You've got Buckingham Marine Services over Red Pumps Red, Modern Concept Constructions, Shebang, Imagine Signage and Red Pumps rounds out your top 6. And the first two heats was held in a real tricky westerly. Two completely different winners. Zoe Dransfield on the Red Pumps Red, she took a little tack and laid straight up into the top mark, no problem in the world. So, and to top it off, Zoe had her small spinnaker on the big rig, which didn't help, but she didn't know until after the race when it was pointed out to us. So, I think we've all been in that position, haven't we, guys?
Wouldn't admit.
No, never happened.
What, in all your time sailing with Big Kite, you never had that happen to you, Bucko?
I have no comment, mate.
Okay, let's roll into the 13-foot skiff results, and leading the 13-foot skiffs is young Heidi Bates on Harkin, followed by Buckingham Marine, Botany Access, Buck and Simple, and rounding out the top 5 is Bigfoot Bags and Covers. I'd note today that Heidi's crew from last year, Orlando Sadlick, is back on board, so they'll be definitely one to watch in the 13-foot skiffs. The 13s here, guys, have grown disproportionately huge in fleet size, which is great to see. The kids are slowly coming through and getting a lot of more female participation, which is also another great thing to see here at Manly.
Jimmy, I think there's a reason for that is that the boats are quite a lot of fun to sail, aren't they?
They are.
True high-performance skiff.
I wish they were around in my time.
There we are. So you have to sail a Cherub.
I think we all did, didn't we?
Yeah, well.
It's good to see them putting fun back into sailing again. I think that went out for a while with all this focus on high performance all the time.
I mean, what's a 420?
Torture box.
And I'm going to stop there.
Yes.
Right, but I think it's a great boat.
So the weather, Bucko, you were saying you think it's going to be a bit spiky, and do you think it'll get around to the right a bit?
No, I think it's going to. We're in the funnel here. The land temperature in halfway up the Parramatta River is well into the 30s. The westerly flow we had earlier has just lifted off, and this is driving it underneath. The water temperature is cold enough differential, 10 degrees C of differential, and we're in the best place in the middle of the funnel between Middlehead and Grotto Point. And so, I guess what I was getting to earlier a bit, Jimmy, was that five careful approaches to the bottom mark involving a couple of jives, final approach, how accurate are your jive angles and how accurate is your drop?
With a run-out tide.
Yeah, etc. and the flow increasing as the afternoon goes on, wind against tide and more build. And like I mentioned, I think we might see 18 knots as the max, but that's enough, isn't it?
It'd be good to see.
Certainly going to be challenging for some of these crews.
Just going past us is Phil Harmer, who I thought would have been over in Saint-Tropez or somewhere. So, well, Phil, sailing on fluid today.
Sardinia probably, Jimmy.
Somewhere, yeah. Just about got all the skiffs almost down here. I think we're just waiting on, looking up towards Manly, just a couple of 13s to come down, which they, for people that don't know the lay of the land at Manly, the 13s rig up the top of the boat ramp at the clubhouse. So they're generally held up by the 16s getting out, and then just makes it a little bit difficult, but they'll get down here in plenty of time. Not far off our 5-minute signals here. Almost now, Bucko.
What do you think, Bucko? I'm thinking pin and start, get over the left. That'd be really important to hold your line.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a tough fight. There's too much bias on the line. You definitely can't get on the port. It's just the problem of the way it's quite localised flow, isn't it?
There's very little pressure up this end of the line.
Yeah. Safe start leading the boat in, even though the bias is the other way, right?
Yeah, and I think that's it. If you hold your line, you need to be able to hold your lane over to the left. So
there we go, folks. Signal for 5 minutes.
And a lot of the big hitters have had already a bad start to their season in the club championship. As I said, it was a real fluky, tricky breeze at the last club championship, and they got they've already had their drop, and there's nothing worse than starting a club championship or any regatta with your drop, is there, guys?
Well, Jimmy, it's just proof that there's no such thing as a good westerly, isn't that what happened?
Actually, I think I got the races confused, Bucko. I think it was a northerly swinging northeast, and I think I got it confused.
No, a big rotation. Is that
yeah, it was a horror for them, unfortunately.
So, Jimmy, local knowledge, who would be your top 3 boats for this race?
Oh, look, I'm going to say I have to go Buckingham Marine, Red Pumps and Imagine Signage. The other one to keep an eye out is Sutek, which has got Ryan Wilmot and Dargy filling in for Josh and Mikey that are up at Bathurst. Those two can't help themselves but go up there every year and make the pilgrimage to go to the Bathurst 1000. So g'day guys, if you're watching, I'm sure you are. But yeah, they would be my pick at the moment. The darkie in the fleet, as always, and post-payment just going up on the committee boat would be Imey, would be the sort of the smoky bit. Joel Beachel back from overseas. But
with a couple of homeless chaps came down with some Rob Napper.
I'll let you go and say that to Barney's face, mate. I'll leave you with it.
He's fabulous. He's fabulous.
AP down. So
Did they lose the flag or what happened?
I'm not sure. What we might do, Bucko, is we might just try and snake backwards here just a little bit to see if anything changed on the signals on the back of the boat.
Yeah.
As far as the
length and heading.
yes,
Reese has settled in the left from what we saw 20 minutes ago.
Still a lot more compression over the left-hand side of the course.
Yep. And left rotation as well, yeah?
Yep.
Somehow, it's a bit geographic, it's just running down the hill where the huts are there.
just had confirmation from our little assistant Sammy. All the signals on the back of the boat are the same, so he's learning as we go. I once did a race officer's course, Bucko.
How'd you go?
I passed, but it was no desire to, after doing one regatta as an assistant race officer, to go back. It was the debauchery that you cop as a race official back in the day wasn't very nice. So that was me done and dusted. But you know, we're always told for whatever reason, your phone rings, whatever, put up the AP. So
Well, that's part of the problem, isn't it?
exactly.
And they have become a bit sensitive to that criticism. You know, even in pure boats, they don't often much longer hold the fleet. But God, there used to be some ridiculous things going on.
Well, the best race officers understand that the sailors are the customers. I think if they keep that in mind, they'll do well.
4 minutes trips. And we're running the tactics today. Griff and I, we're going left, aren't we, mate? We're going to start at the boat, hold our lane.
Yeah, we're going to win the start.
And grit it. Don't have to win, just have to hang in there. Grit our teeth. I think the wind is now to the left of the course axis, Jimmy, so it'll be more time on port, but we have to get up towards the void to stay in plenty of wind. And more wind and smoother water, should I say also. Okay. Down towards 3 minutes, 3:15. Fair bit of traffic too, laser fleet, dynamic E fleet.
Arrows.
Arrows?
They're arrows, not lasers. Slightly different.
How about the lazy E? Sorry, the dynamic E.
Dynamic E.
Several of those. Take the biggest fleet of dynamic E I've seen for some years.
Well, it's the first one I've ever seen for about 40 years.
There you go. You've got to get out one. 2 minutes 40. Everybody just hang.
There's Alex Hart on the Typhoon just going past us.
That line doesn't look overly long for the fleet size, does it?
It doesn't, Bucko, but they're very onto them. When they get to nationals, they have a very short line. So, you know, the best thing they can do is create that atmosphere at club level and, you know, it sharpens their skills, as you know.
Yeah, no, of course. It's funny if enough skiffs that the piece of water looks small.
Yes.
That's the point, I suppose. 2 minutes. 24 starters if everybody's on the line today. And a fair bit of the fleet racking up to the starboard side here, Griff, so...
Yeah, they're obviously listening to us, Bucko.
No, I believe not. Get the breeze a bit more even across the track now and solidifying in a general sense. So
there's the Australian sailing team on screen there with the Hamilton Island on their sails. On the Australian sailing team boat today, we have Molly Highfield steering with Darcy and Jake Farron Price on there. So
Darcy Robin, is it?
Yeah, so good to see the mix of crews coming through from the Australian sailing team to give them some experience in a bit of fleet racing with 1 minute to go on the sound signals there.
It's a rack up.
You're all in there early and run out tired, Bucko. What are you thinking?
Well, these guys are overstood at the boat end, I can tell you that. They'll be boats doing circles here, Jimmy. We need to perhaps get out of the way a little bit. MCC's boat.
MCC had to go, and I think geochemical assessments will be the next one that may have to.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to have enough room there from red pumps.
The leeward end will be okay because they'll be way clean. These guys will be massive squeezing. Griff, we wouldn't be there, would we?
No.
Would have failed out early.
Oh, we'd be clear.
With 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, well, the geochemical assessment's just got into iron, so they've put the tools down. General recall.
General recall. That's called from 40 seconds ago, right, Bucko?
Well, half the fleet wanted that boat.
Yeah. But only 2 boats come out of the right, and that in this particular case is the 2 red pump boats. I think we need to move the pin.
I think the problem is that they're too far down the headland for the pin to be attractive, no matter where it is.
Yeah, but I'd say we need to move the pins 30 metres, not 30 feet, if you argue with me. He's lifted off again a little bit. Still good pressure against the headland. I did ask the question for the viewers. I did ask the question of Jimmy if the fleet have been well behaving so far this year.
So, after being in hibernation for a while, Bucko, you brought back the commentator's curse. Is that what it is?
Probably, possibly. Let's see if we can sink a few today. I don't know. Is Griff any good at that as well?
Do my best.
You know, I've been storing up commentators' curses, haven't I? Obviously. Enough tide now that the committee boat is no longer lying into wind also, so it's interesting. Probably not making the problem any better either, is it? Marching it upwind.
Standing up quite a bit of chop as well, which is clearly an indicator there's a fair bit of flow there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting towards 60% at max. That's still a bit untidy with it, it is.
I mean, it is biased, but it's not enough to entice them down that end.
You can always tell when the committee boat's just had its birthday and had the polish done and all the work done on it, because the pin's that biased that they don't want anyone near it. Interesting to see if they go for a black flag, which I think I can sort of half see dangling down inside the Matana.
It's only one in black.
And there we have it. Black flag.
Well, that usually sorts them out. And that's the right answer, I think. If they're not going to change the line, that's okay.
Yeah, it's one thing that Hugh Lester's sort of instilled in a few race committees that he's been involved in. It's you get one shot, and if it's bad luck, it's straight to black. He doesn't muck around.
It wasn't. It's not still with yeah, clear as a bell. You remember, and you might not be aware of it, Jimmy, but famously Paul Elstree, sailing the World Championship on the Palm Beach Circle, sat out the first 3 starts knowing they'd be general recalls.
Really?
That's confidence.
Confident? MAD, I think, is what we're looking at.
But he was right.
You can't really argue with him either, can you?
No, exactly. There's not many blokes with that much confidence, to be fair. But, I mean, Jimmy, I don't know if you've raced up there on that circle, but it's very, the little restart, bumpy sort of way. And you have to start in the top third or 40% of the line, basically.
Yeah.
And they're big fleet, 100 boats or whatever it was. And so it was 80% of the boats were trying to start in half of the line. You know, you just didn't like having his boat scratched, I'd say. I don't know.
Don't blame him. Well, for those that have just joined us, we're on a compass bearing course of 025, and the 16-foot skiffs are doing 5 windward legs, finishing up there on the 5th time, and the 13-foot skiffs are doing a W4, which means they finish on the 4th time up to the top mark. So, and the top mark is laid from where we currently are, down between Middlehead and Grotto Point in the Sound, virtually in line with the skiff club, just to the right of that, just to the right of the skiff club. So I dare say a very short and sharp race, even though it's 5 legs. But as Bucko was alluding to the viewers earlier, it means 5 sets, 5 drops, 5 more corners than you normally have to do.
And probably 20 drives.
Yeah.
And
So,
the last 2 into the bottom, to get the angle right into the bottom, pretty critical.
and just a quick shout out to Andrew Dolly Davola, who gets underway in Greece in the Windsurfer World Championships. That's why Dolly isn't with us today. He's over there in Greece living it up, and we are joined today by Andrew Buckland and Mark Griffith, who both kindly offered up their services for today. Bucko by no choice.
But Jimmy, here's the thing, I'd much rather be here on the camera cat than actually sailing. You see? My 16-foot career pretty limited, right?
I know you're very limited, but it was you're very polished at other things, Bucko. So with 30 seconds to go, but just
Much more spread out fleet this time.
Yeah.
And,
Black flag has worked quite well.
yeah, for the viewers, we are under a black flag start. So that orange flag there that you can see at the bottom of the screen is the pin. So anyone breaks that line between the orange flag on the committee boat and that orange flag at the pin is game over for the day.
Oh, the red pumps is pretty large.
Red pumps red.
God, sure.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. I'll be leading by 2 bailers after 1 minute, after 20 seconds. That's a clue.
They're going to be disappointed. Interesting to see the Australian sailing team were very deep that time.
Well, it's 3. Let's go. It's 3 rows on the start line. Row 1, row 2, and
Yeah,
row 3.
because that over. right, there was definitely one over, possibly two. So the committee boat will get back to us as soon as they review what they've got there at their disposal.
So folks, we're motoring up the beat alongside the fleet. A good little build here, Griff.
Yeah, as you were saying earlier, there's quite a bit of compression over this side.
In speed in the middle of the track where we are on the camera cat. 16.
And more to come.
Well, that's a dangerous forecast.
You're looking very much a left-hand track all the way up here.
Yeah. So, folks, a couple of boats here that didn't start were in front of the fleet.
No, they're from Middle Harbour.
Oh, Middle Harbour boats, sorry.
Ignore.
Sorry, ignore. Confusing. Red Pub's red leading on the water, but we believe it's over. Mighty nearly in the tide on the tack back there. Very congested. Very congested. Wow. Crash and bang. So a couple of casualties. A couple of people testing the riding lever. Beautiful smooth water up at the corner of Dobler here. And the fleet able to sail inside the cardinal marks, which the keelboat fleets have to observe. So plenty of room, but you have to be careful about getting trapped too far left.
Yeah, it's not exactly steady over this corner. You can be too greedy.
Yeah, look, this corner here really works, Griff, when it's more, the other side is 045. But when it's got any north in it, it's like dead man's corner, basically. You come in here, you can get a glamour, no problem, but you definitely can be spat out the other way.
Too close to the big cliff. Yeah, so the good wind is on the tip of the point.
Yeah. You can see it there on that drone shot, where the wind is and where the wind isn't.
Well, keep them there aimed at the point. It's a bit of an adage for the east coast of Australia, getting a nor'easter, isn't it?
If in doubt.
How far to Brisbane? A long way. How many points? Another 30. Keep only on next one. Look at there.
Yeah, but Red Pump's red there with geochemical assessments close behind with fluid building just out of shot there. And there's Altus. Is Altus Phil Cook, probably other than Craig Nichols, one of our longest serving sailors continuously. G'day to Eddie, who's at home.
Yeah, the geotechs come out of there. They've managed that very well, actually, I think. Stayed clean, haven't had any dirty air, they've had the duck.
Yeah, it's a big duck.
Yeah.
And that's awkward, isn't it? Still, they're hanging in there.
Well, they're probably the leader, if it would, at the moment, taking Red Pumps out.
Yeah.
Red Pump's red.
Red Pump's red. So
The white boat that's red.
no confusion. Red concrete, red pumps, and red pumps red. I think red pumps red will be disqualified.
Still waiting on confirmation from the starters.
I would have thought there would have been quite a bit of words with them from the other sailors because it was pretty obvious that they were over the line to get off the course.
Well, we need to get up there. Yeah, the fleet's got well dispersed, hasn't it?
So we're not far off this top mark with the...
Serious pressure up on the right edge, Griff.
Yeah, it's looking very nice.
Is that behind me on the high right up there? What about the white sail side?
No, mate, Jaimie's back over here, so...
They were in the tide. I didn't think they'd be up there, so...
just trying to pick a hole here to get over.
You're all looking like you're pressing pretty hard on the jibs there.
This is going to add some excitement. You've got the Middle Harbour fleet going around to mark to starboard, and our fleet will be going around to port.
I think you see here.
Oh no, our top marks got the mark wrong. I think a few of the skiffs have as well. Mark's right up here in Manly now. So
Maybe you should go up there and wait till the boats go up there. So we're not leading the way. No, red pump's going home. Okay? Yeah.
no, they're not going home.
Well, these guys are all cracked, so.
A lot more right hand in the wind up here, so they all look like they're over the load.
There's the Sutek who will just have to do one small tack to get back into it.
So folks, the breeze are tower in the right on the top here. I have to do a giant set.
Absolutely, to make it around the Bombora headland there for certain. You straight set will see you having to knock the kite off, that's for sure. And there's the charging pack led by Fluid with red pumps, Imagine signage and modern concept construction. So all the sort of teams that you think would be there are there.
A bit more funky up this end of the course, so it's kind of making them separate a little.
Yeah, and like we said pre-start, the breeze further to the right as you get higher up the track. More funneled northeast at Grotto Point, but about 20 degrees right of that here.
So as we have it on the water, Red Pumps Red is leading, but as our eyes deceived us, we do believe they were over. So I've got to leave Buckingham Marine and Marine Services. But they, you watch this Buckingham Marine Services guys, when they head downwind, they are a class act.
Trying to get you on the radio. 172. Wow, and a big hole at the mark here, so the rich get richer here, don't they, Griff?
Yep. Fluid next around.
Red pumps will be into the breeze very soon and disappear.
Big pinching match to get to the mark finally. Breeze headed it light. My goodness gracious me. So everybody's figured out at least it's a job set. Red Pump's off now in the distance, laying down 2 double o'clock.
pretty much on lay at that angle.
Yep. $4.
Sutek got hurt quite badly by being, most left boat there. As it rotated to the right, coming up the course.
Yeah.
So that hurt them quite badly. They were looking very, very good until that point. Oh, nice hoist by Canberra Airport.
That's right, isn't it? If they can just not capsize, that'd be great.
And Jive said here, Bucko, when you get a bullet hit you, is always a funky one at the best of times.
Wow. The peloton continues to do what pelotons do.
Yes,
run into each other. Oh, let's go. Canberra Airport getting mapped over the leeward edge of the pack. They should just sunk down.
Like runway, it's looking like up ahead where Red Pump's red is, so they should take everything they can get.
Next second, boys.
We've got a little lull before the next bullet that I can see on the water going to hit them. While Imagine Signage just gets their own little personal one down through the middle.
Airport's been so well known, Jimmy.
They are going to be a team to watch this year, Bucko. They're new this year, and they are definitely going to be a team to keep an eye on. They went out, done a little bit of training, not a lot, but I think once it starts to warm up a bit more and they can get out and work commitments change for them, they can get out and do a bit of training. They'll be all the better for it.
They look very slick there at that top mark in the job set.
The one that'll be impressed with how they're going is the fluid there with the white spinnaker, Clint Bowen and his team. Clint loves the nor'easter at Manly. I reckon you could blindfold him, he'd still almost get a spot each week. He's that good at it.
How many seasons Clint altogether?
Mate, it took me forever to knock him off in the club championships here, so that was forever and a day. So
20?
Oh, yeah, it'd have to be, yeah, easy.
But anyway. Their rig was pretty tiny. Also on those spinnaker mould shapes that are there.
Yeah, well, I think you've got True Flow and then North Sails on the so True Flow on red pumps, and on the fluid you got North Sails. So that's I think the difference there. Okay.
Fair enough. Anybody still with that McDiamond label or Fraser, Doyle?
No, mate, not with Doyle's. Another new player to the sort of scene is Paradox Sails, which is Kurt down the Shire. So,
Kurt Warner.
Yeah. He made the sails for the Bosca build that won the Nationals a couple of years ago.
Towards the gate at the bottom of the first run. So And the breeze has lifted off down here. It's run back to, what do you reckon, Rip? 8 knots?
Or even less.
Spectacular.
The other exciting thing is the 13s are under a black flag start just over to the left of where we are at the moment. They've got a minute to go to their start and all the skiffs are all bearing down. And this could be could be a bit of a conundrum to say the least, if I can pull a big word out. Bucko, I learnt a big word while you've been away.
Right, at least one.
So it looks like the further you came down here before jiving, the better you've done.
Yeah. That lull appears to be just gently going towards Balmoral. No wind patch.
So there's red pumps, red on the left of screen, just dropping their spinnaker, and on the right of screen there you've got the 13 start just about to get underway. As I said, they're under a black flag as well, so it could be an interesting day all round.
The best drop on the red pumps, but not the worst, so serviceable.
A little bit
Spinnaker shoot on that one.
slow, but still they've extended their lead.
I'm just going to have to get us out of the way here with the 13s charging in the...
Marine making a bit of a fist, but not much wind at the moment, so difficult.
And red pumps going around the other mark.
Yeah, so Buckingham clearly in second now. Daniel Turner on the stick there, Jimmy.
Yes, mate, yep. With Gus Williams and... has he got Matty Stenter on there today?
Yeah, so...
Cameron Cat. Name Matty Stenter. It's
Kirk Mitchell.
Kirk Mitchell. Not a bad replacement.
Can you confirm who's over in the 16th? Is there anyone over in the 13th?
Start 16
Copy.
Let's go to the 16s now.
Yeah.
So both red pumps
Okay,
now
so-
heading back towards each other, so it'll be easier to see which way is paid.
Well, the breeze gone to the northwest. So it's warmed up, hasn't it? We're a bit sweaty in the old wind. A bit sweaty in the old Cameron Cat. Breeze has rotated about 60 degrees to the left and lifted off. Sydney Harbour in northwesterly.
So I had comms with the start boat Bucko, well, I just wasn't yabbering them.
Yeah.
They clear starting the 13s and they're still going to get back to us on the 16s. So
Well, the video referee's having a bit of trouble.
the replay button might be stuck, Bucko. So there's the Buck and Simple going around the mark. They're a new sponsor this season, the 16s. They sponsored the 13 last year. So, yeah, as you said, this breeze is completely lifted off there. Like ours is the boat that's going around there with a white spinnaker. If the breeze lifts off and gets shifty, they're the ones that you're going to have to watch. Like Phil Cook is the maestro of fluky, shifty breeze.
Can't we ring Craig Nichols and get a bit of help from him?
What do you want, an air conditioner on here?
I know Craig loved a bit of wind shifting, you know. Yeah, wait till we get it.
And then there's the little fluid, not to be confused with the big fluid. A lot of the sponsors groups that sponsor the 16s, they also sponsor a 13 as well, which is a great thing to see. And it gives the 13 kids actually feel a bit more of a bigger team, when they got the same branding and so forth, which is pretty cool to see. And the camaraderie of the kids is second to none, which is good.
I guess that's the whole idea, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Yeah.
You got this guy.
Well, Suket, something gone wrong there, obviously.
Well, there's the Australian sailing team really labelled up with the Hamilton Island, and that one there, they're going to rotate crews consistently through that boat from the 49ers, 49er FX, the Nacras, everything. Yeah, so which is good to see. It's a good mingle with Australian Sailing and Manly Skiff Club there. So yeah, hopefully the pathways can work there for us.
But equally, because there's not too much, no competition within Australia in the Olympic classes, there's no fleet racing. So they have to get their fleet racing from somewhere.
Well, it's not generally around the world in the Olympic classes, is there, Bucko? Like, I know the 505s back in the day when they're looking at another class, the 505s went, no, we don't want anything to do with because they had such a good international fleet. So
Olympic selection kills just about every one design class in the world.
yeah.
So folks, we're just going halfway to be here now on the camera back right or a third of the way perhaps. He's just going back to the line and perhaps filling back in, but a bit of hot air that got on the track has squashed the bed flame.
Just looking at the IME and the fluid here, they're a long way up in the left, and even further to the right of that shot, the Altus, as I told you, he can pick a shift from anywhere.
Yeah, but I think the next bit of new grease give me is from hard right. So
yeah, it definitely is. Not arguing with you on that front Bucko at all, but I'm just saying that's the split. Like, the coast is only there, and how much swing you've got.
this is pretty unusual.
I think despite the left-hand shift coming over the left here, there's so much less pressure that it hasn't actually paid off.
Just doing this.
Yeah, and no matter how famous you're looking early on, you're going to get hurt coming back.
There on screen is the Queens at Buckingham. That's our all-female team in the 16-footers this season. They were out last night for a bit of training. And good to see them getting out and getting around.
Annika Mount Steve and Fiona Harrison today. We're not sure. Tiara Jensen.
Tiara Jensen, yes indeed. So they've got a big group of females, and they all rotate around between their other commitments.
Let's get to the start attack lay line, Rick.
That's where everyone's going to be.
Yeah.
And I think we've got a bit of a lead change potentially up ahead. So get up there and get to it all. Big lead change in that just in that transition of breeze there, Bucko.
Yep.
You've got Buckingham Marine and Modern Concept Constructions, Canberra Airport, Fluid Building, and the geochemical assessments. Is your top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with red pumps red. And red pumps following them with Botany Access and Aristocrat. And Aristocrat, that's another good little story. Daryl Mellon, that's been sailing skiffs for ever and a day. He's got two young guys that graduated out of the 13s, and he's doing the season with them, which is a good thing to see, to get some young guys out here on the water, or young crews out here on the water, I should say.
Canberra Airport's is really nicely positioned here. They're going to carry the breeze through here better than everyone else by the look of it.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Griff. They're just sort of a little bit off that weather shoreline to sort of give them a bit of hope.
Everybody line the mark, so almost a two-star reach back. So the breeze now here probably 060 or something. Far right of 06. But then crack sheets going into the weather mark on the top of the peak here.
It was really well done by Modern Concept Constructions, as we got Buckingham Marine there on screen, our leader. Quite convincing leader now. Which, did you see which bottom up they went in, guys?
The guys, they went to the right, the left hand as you're coming downhill.
Yep.
Yeah, right with the new track. Never bet against the nor'easter.
Just got a message through from your good mate Craig Nichols.
Yeah,
Chocolate.
Chocolate. That's it. And 3 strings.
2 strings, Bucko.
Or whatever.
And a hiking.
Low hooks, it's called. Low hooks, that'll do, won't it? Not bad set considering the wine glass, but there we go. Come Lewis into the wing. It's a fat little sail.
Rich going to get richer.
What do you mean, get? They already are. So here's the top 5, Jimmy. So Buckingham.
Buckingham, then Modern Concept Constructions is next around.
And these Modern Concept Constructions are the current National State Power subsections.
So, yeah, Modern Concept Constructions, Bucko, they're our current club champions.
I've made good fits on the second bit of this race. Second lap first. And looking pleasant going towards Milbury Point, aren't they, Griff? Just a nice angle.
Perfect, straight in.
The engine run fast. Look at this little puff in here. So we're sitting in the wind mark on the camera cat. A little puff with about 15 knots in it from the nor'east again. Watch this job set, Jimmy.
Just what you need as you're trying to set.
It's a beauty, isn't it?
It's going to cart them down. Whoa.
Canberra Airport, oh no, I thought they were electing for a straight set. Canberra Airport in trouble here.
Jibe set and...
In big trouble, Little China. They will save it just.
They will.
Not if you...
No, they won't. Wow.
It was some very good handling there, and the geochemical assessors, they were in a bit of trouble themselves with Red Pumps Red having probably the best out of those 3. Next around will be Botany Access and then Red Pumps.
You definitely want to get low down on Milbury Point on this run here. It's a big hole.
If you look at the top of the screen there, Buckingham and Buckingham Marine Services and Modern Concept Constructions have stopped. They've just run into no breeze there.
Wind going straight up in the air for a while.
The chasing pack are all going to just hop back onto the Buckingham Marine Services and Modern Concept, who look like they finally got out of there and got breeze again, and they're off.
They don't like head to wind and their shoots are back. Fantastic, actually. So a bit of westerly there, Griff. How about that?
Didn't really see that one coming.
Code 0 on the other giant boats now. Unreal.
I think you've got to stay over to the left here and get into the nor'easter is working its way back in again.
Yeah. That's the little 1 minute period where there wasn't much wind. Looking down towards Little Head, the breeze has gone back to the right, and it's about 10 to 12 knots. Yeah, the race leaders.
And there's the chasing pack, just they're in that transition period. Canberra Airport jibing back onto starboard to head further over towards Fairlight, which I don't think will be the right move long term. It's is that fluid there on the rider's screen? Finally got moving, so they got through it probably the best out of everyone there.
The leaders are working themselves into a slow build here, so
Buckingham and Modern Concepts. And sort of sailing as if it's a regulation to a not nor'easter. East, so.
it is for them.
It doesn't matter which direction you say at the moment, Bucko will believe you.
Fair enough.
It's coming from everywhere.
It is. An east-westerly. Now it's VMD running 14, 12 knots of wind, perhaps a bit more.
And that's not the regular skipper on board Modern Concept Construction, so that's quite a good thing there.
With Spencer McKay.
Yeah. So, for Chris and Jackson to mould that quickly with a new skipper, it takes a bit of doing when you throw a new crew together.
Fair bit of experience on the boat, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the Rich got richer, mate. You were dead right. Have a look back.
Wowzers.
Hugely.
I think both of these guys just, they're just looking at it going, I can't jibe back. There's no pressure back there, unfortunately, so they're just going down as long as you can.
You'd think they're close to a giant, though, wouldn't you? Probably about now for Buckingham, I would have thought.
There's the chasing pack on the rider's screen. Buckingham jibing, and Modern Concepts following suit and probably taking the lead, you'd have to say there.
If there was anything after the job. So, Chip's, sorry folks, so Chip's been telling us a few things back in the past. The peloton, Chip says the peloton stopped running into each other on screen.
There they are on screen, Bucko.
Not running into each other, good. Good. Wow, so that lifted off on a jibe. It's quite weird, isn't it?
Very much so. bit more pressure now running down the shore.
Yeah. So they're in back to the norwesterly flow or northerly flow, I suppose.
Modern concept nearly going in backwards
Both of them
there.
in trouble.
Well, if you look out the back of the camera boat, Bucko, I know the viewers can't see it, that's fluid building, and they're on the face of a little one there that are slowly but surely coming to us.
They've done a nice job there, driving on the face of that gust. So
Stone on the face, as we say.
they're going to carry that right down to these guys.
Just so white is. Gee whiz, I haven't seen no one missing sometime.
No, like what would you say, we're 200, 300 metres from that bottom mark or thereabouts? There's fluid in the middle of that shot. And red pump's just gone out of that shot, and that's red pump's red with the red spinnaker there in the middle. And I think, I'm not sure which way to go here. Unfortunately, I think you've got to stay out wide for as long as possible and hope that you get one little zephyr to bring you into these bottom marks, yeah?
It looks to me like the other edge, the Dobroyd point sign's got grey here, but there's no warranty in it statement implied or whatever.
You'd come with a warranty, wouldn't you, Bucko?
Only until I get wet. Red punt's coming through on a bit of nor'easter.
There's another lead change. They keep that going.
The end of water. Problematic.
Been very ugly down the bottom here.
Very awkward, I would say, would be the polite term. MCC on screen. MCC with the drifter up.
Well, they're in the middle with not much, as you said before, Bucko, over towards into like Dobroyd there, fluid and red pumps red. Got some pressure, then over to the right, back out towards the middle of the sound, red pumps, Buckingham Marine Services, and I'm not sure who the other black boat is there. That's at Geochemical Assessments. They've got a little bit of pressure, so you don't want to be in the middle. Can help you out that much, Bucko.
Yeah, so toss the coin. Just a little bit more wind on this edge, though, I'm pretty sure. Just can't think how the thermal possibilities have got us to this point, though.
It's got to be the heat.
Yeah.
Heat in this area has given us a nor'wester, and as soon as you get out, the nor'easter winds. So I think you're gonna have the same scenario all day.
I think that's our leaders on shot there, fluid,
They've done a good job, though, haven't they?
with red pumps red right behind.
Snappy drive drop and let's use this for a moment. Snappy drive drop.
I think I've been wanting to tack out of there fairly quickly though.
Absolutely came to a halt.
That's it. That's if you can get around the mark first, Gripper.
Yeah.
They're just out of the wind there.
And on the other mark here, guys, just
Pressure
quickly.
coming, yeah, pressure at the other mark now, so that favours the guys going to the right hand mark looking upwind here. Because the other guys have taken too long to get back to that little bit of wind. They're in the wind now.
And I think MC's, like Modern Concept Constructions, have seen that error and they're going for that left-hand turn mark down the bottom now.
The leader's got to make the choice, don't they? The guys behind them get the second guess. And here comes Parker. 16ft Skiff. Caught up to them. So,
Right there in the middle of the screen is a little boat there, Harkin, Heidi and Orlando, who have got a huge lead on them in the 13s so far.
Buckingham here have done a smart move by being first attack.
Centre of the shot. MCC follow.
Yeah, that's pretty much got M6C out of jail there. Early tack, back into the pressure.
It's just like one little line, isn't it, that you just got to stay between the walls.
Or easy to make a mistake in here today.
We haven't made one yet, have we?
Oh, it would be perfect.
Got on the blue camera. Okay. First error.
Only nice things around here, Bucko.
I think polite. It's okay.
Stay with this leading pack because it's getting quite interesting of who's got it and who doesn't have it.
I haven't seen anything volatile on this race course ever.
No, I haven't either, Bucko, and you know, like, sort of reminds me of winter training sort of breezes, if anything.
Only worse, yeah.
Only worse. And yeah, you got some big name teams and crews not in touch at all. The Dive Company and Buck and Simple 13-foot skiff and the little purple spinnaker, that's the little Bigfoot. Orange sheet, that's a new sponsor right at the end of last season, guys. It's Texco, which is good to see them coming on board and sponsoring a 13-foot skiff. But you got the little Wymie. There's a 5.5, isn't there, Griff, up at Pittwater, Wymie? Is it?
Yes, I can't think of the name of it at the moment.
Loves their sailing.
Let's go.
Well, if the F5.5's ever sailed.
You're looking at Windgriff now, we'd say maybe it's just stabilising a bit, yeah?
It's still the same scenario, isn't it, Bucko? Just go over to
the hot novelty appears to have disappeared or blown away or whatever's happening to it. Pressure against the headlands to a certain degree.
I think it's still a bit thermal affected in here.
Only a breeze that you could tell the story on, Bucko.
I'm struggling, I've got to do. Wow. You're going to have to go up and get the other. Stuck into the corner.
Yeah, well, I think Clinton, the fluid team here, like just one string and just going to find their line, which it looks like they just have, and they're going to tack out.
Pretty nice deep setup they got there for this moment speed. I think it's a bit like there's been enough mixture between the hot and the cold here, and it's now more homogeneous.
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm, exactly.
So, but Red Pumps Red still lead us here on the racetrack with still no confirmation from the race committee as to who was over, which they haven't figured it out by now. I don't think we're going to know.
Well, what did they say? They say there was boats over and they can't identify them.
Well, they had the individual recall flag up, so someone's going to be hurt.
Yeah. And now the boat's furthest advance was?
Red Pumps Red, which we all know, but we can only call what we can see here on the water, Bucko.
Correct.
Well, it'd be a pity if they are the one, because they've started a very good race so far.
Yeah, so this is just kind of mixing the two wins here, and back to that 060 on average, I guess. Laying a winner mark from here nearly, I'd say. They got a little tag, but nice bit of pressure to tag in, so.
Yeah, nice little compression on the point.
Buckingham Marine Services. Go to Mitch if he's watching. Red pumps red, just converging here right on top right point. Just a confirmation come through that red pumps red was the boat identified. So for all the viewers at home and Red Pumps Red supporters, unfortunately their day is going to be very upsetting when they cross the finish line and don't get any signals at all. So that then moves Buckingham Marine Services, who are on screen, into the lead of the race.
That's a roll tack. That is a good roll tack, isn't it?
Very smooth.
They set a pretty good standard, these blokes.
They've taken a little bit of time out of red pumps, so they're doing very nicely.
Just go out and clear their air attack, I think. But looking back up the track, though, Griff, back in the northwest in Manly Cove, in part thereof, or in a vacuum northwesterly style.
I think I would play it safe and head it.
Yeah, put something in the bank above the mark to the right, so easily strain.
Yeah.
But you see how far right that is? Look at Buckingham, then Red Pumps Red, they're high right and bow above the mark at the moment, so they need to stay in that window. Red Pumps doing a good job, but apart from the start. So,
yeah, well, the battle for the official second between geochemical assessments and fluid building and Botany Access having a real good race today for their standards. So.
fluid hanging in there pretty well too.
Yep.
Get a
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
great sheets now.
Yeah, they're welling. Looks like they're getting a bit of a headbutt here. There's a massive transition
This is
again.
a special bit of west easterly. Isn't it?
It's hot air coming into the boat from the east, say, Bucko.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
How does that work?
Got mixed together up there somewhere.
I knew there was a reason I brought you along.
Yeah, good day for that. Yeah, we're well skirted by the race leader. So quite reasonably smooth flow on the right-hand side of the track.
Might have a bit of a, they might all rack up here again.
The restart. That MH44, they're from Middle Harbour, obviously, the sail number. So
That's right.
it was Trent Wildman's old boat and his family's sail number from Middle Harbour Yacht Club, MH44.
It's 1036, I think, Jimmy.
There you go. So g'day Treno if you're watching. Hope all's well, buddy.
Okay, we've got no boats to move over. now, so we can't get any pointers about what's going on. A couple of other fleets here.
Sort of bordering on insanity, isn't it, Bucko, with this?
Well, one could say that the guy making the calls ends up with a headache, and how do I know that?
Got a request in from Greece for you, Bucko.
Yeah.
From Dolly, saying he wants to know what the water temp is at Lord Howe. He's missed that.
21. Don't.
21.
Water temperature in Manly Cove, boiling. Also 21. Not boiling. Air temperature, boiling. Amazing. Breeze lifting off, and then it's going to go back to the west, I think, Griff.
Definitely.
I'm actually seeing
The
the...
West are up ahead of us.
Sorry, Griff, I'm just seeing the committee boat charging up the course, so I'm wondering whether they're going to get up here.
And short 10.
Well, shorten or...
Abandonate.
Yeah, possibly. It's...
There's a black flag on all the end of the race.
Oh, you know. The resale's a new race, I think. We should try and finish it. A bit of Norris coming again now. Just. It's like, get us. Get us.
There's the committee boat, the blue boat, the Matana.
Get us to the finishing line.
There we go, so fast.
Just had the bottom painted, mate. Engine tube. Sorry, folks, we're talking about the committee boat. It looks as if it's in active mode to shorten or something. I think they can just shorten it. I think it'll be alright.
If they don't, it's going to be a long 5 laps.
Oh, yes, indeed. Some Sable Norris coming out of Manly Cove. Pretty scary though, isn't it? Stay on the wheels for a minute.
There's the two Buckinghams passing each other, one being the Buckingham Marine Services and the other one being the Queens of Buckingham, as they're affectionately been labelled.
That rig looks too small for Gus, doesn't it, Jimmy?
Everything looks too small for Gus's around me. Quite a tall young bloke.
The sheet end on Buckingham Marine. Probably 6'4" in the old language. He stands up on the goal. Tough up the muscles. Have a look at this, boys and girls. Funny bit of puff here. About to get him to the finish line and say. Who's that? Top mark. Finish
Top mark.
line. Well, we don't know, do we? But we could suspect. Camera cat's in the middle of a puff.
Or who's that Buckingham over there? That's not Buckingham.
Geochemical assessments.
They've just tacked on to a
Westerly.
Westerly.
Well, a northerly at least.
A northeast westerly.
A northeast westerly, yeah, we'll call it that. Well, amazing, isn't it?
There they are there.
On port.
On port, going to the same, pretty much the same heading as Buckingham's on starboard, that's now on port in the same westerly, easterly.
Got to press on the jib, boys and girls. Stay in the puff if you can. Oh. That's great. How about that, boys? Nope. Don't take a bit of west in it, doesn't it, Griff?
It certainly has, and a bit of strength in that one too. What do you reckon? 18 knots, Bucko?
Well, certainly chucking some sheet out.
And you look back down the harbour and they are marooned.
Get the bus going, Gus. And finishing line finishing back on station, I believe.
No, it's a club pennant up. Okay.
Yep. Holy mackerel. Wow. 20 knots at the mark.
Wow. So Buckingham's Marine Services is your leader with geochemical assessments in second. And the third will be Canberra Airport, as Red Pumps Red was black flag disqualified, unfortunately for them. But Zoe's definitely showing that Red Pumps Red is going to be a force to be reckoned with this season. Canberra Airport, you can't round up with three blokes sitting in the bottom of the boat.
Trying to figure out if there's no wind or a hurricane, Jimmy. The central issue.
And from which way it's coming, right?
Oh my goodness gracious, mate. 2 sail reach. That is now west-northwest.
And probably one of the best in the business of 2 sail reaching in this fleet would be young Gus Williams on board Buckingham Marine Services. Probably followed by another couple of older bulls in the fleet, being Ricky Bridge on Imagine Signage and Phil Harmer on the Fluid.
The old 2 sail reach.
It's going to give them a workout.
Well, that's lap 3 to the top.
Pretty fresh westerly where we are, and 200 yards to the southeast, a zone of no wind. The convergent zone, if we're in the tropics, we call it.
The interesting story is Buckingham's geochemical have run into the wall here. Sorry folks, not on screen, but we'll get around to it. There you have it. Now Spinnaker's up and set a east-southeast.
It does kind of look like the nor'wester is going to win here. So
This is beyond strange.
Okay, so we're going to call this the intertropical convergence zone, okay?
I'm not sure having your kite up right at the moment is it's a good thing.
You've got to have steerage away before you put a kite up. It will not help because you lose control of the bow usually.
When you see boats reaching straight back at you, you know that something's about to happen.
Well, they've got rolling. They're back in their ability to pull it off, hard feed if they need to. But here they go. They're going to sail. Cheers us. Okay, 0 territory right on.
Yeah, they go getting off now. It did get them out.
Oh my God. It's a mad thing, and that big header with pressure and then no wind.
Just because I didn't have enough sets and drops to do today. But I had to throw a couple in midway down the run.
What do you think the process is for the race committee here? I mean, I would have thought they would have finished it on the top there.
Well,
That's the middle harbour whistle.
I don't know what the protocol is, but so they're just talking on the radio about a change of course from this next mark to Charlie flag with a red and a plus. So Yeah, I'm more confused than you are with this one, Bucko, but we'll stick at it.
So, back in easterly flow at Dog Point, you get a month with one of them. And a bit of water shuffling, but nothing of any consequence in reality. Same three boats still leading, one of them DQ for the OCS under a black flag, red pumps, Buckingham and geotechnical assessments finding it out really for the top step, but I think they'd be happy to see the race finish any time soon.
Yeah, still a lot of racing to go in these conditions. But Canberra Airport's doing really nice over here with a bit more pressure out of the east.
Yeah, they've been pretty consistently executing well, so they're going to be needing.
Buckingham just looks like he's gone too close to the headland and into the separation zone.
Canberra Airlines on screen. Canberra then Airport.
Yeah, they're very nicely positioned here.
Red Pumps just got the same routes as the geotechnical assessments. These guys need to put a shoot on, I think.
Yeah, there they go.
And the blokes down on the headland have still got wind. Up to a point will come up, as they say.
And Canberra Airport is our new leader.
Yeah, he's going to get down around the bow of them, isn't he? Put up here.
I think they're knocking it off.
But no, they're running a bit of westerly. We're not ocean racing.
Yeah, you'd be tapping out on the... Don't be calling me up on deck.
Oh, look at the time. I'm off watch.
Even though it's all hands on deck for sail changes on most boats, but wow, so there's a lead change, obviously.
Oh, I'm sure it's pretty nice, stable east and west.
Couldn't write this script, could you?
I always say, mate, that the truth is always stranger than fiction, and here's the proof.
It's always good to see two boats with kites up heading directly at each other on opposite jibes.
We had that back in, God, I'm going back to, I was knee-high to a grasshopper griff when we were in Hobart for a national title. Same thing, and we're going, someone's got to lose here, someone's got to lose here. We went past each other like boat length apart with spinnakers full set, and we kept going to our marks. I still to this day cannot explain it. I'm not even game enough to sit down with my mate here, Bucko, and try and get an explanation on it, because we don't have that much time.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, the convergence zone, like you can see it sometimes, you know, on windy and so forth, and the experience it also, where there's a stable zone where the wind's going straight up in the air where the two winds are meeting, and it stays like that for a period of time. We've been in a Hobart race a long way offshore down off Grand Cove, reaching in solid easterly, and the bloke's 20 miles to the west of us. I've been reaching in a solid westerly, and that condition's staying stable like that for 12, 14 hours.
I'm certainly seeing it on up at Foster on the lake there,
Yeah.
where there was a transitional zone with absolutely no wind and sea breeze on one side, and a westerly on the other, and both strong, 20 knots.
Yeah, both strong.
And absolutely nothing in the middle. If
And
you
that's
fell out.
pretty hot water though. That's part of that there, but here we've got coolish water relative to the air temperature anyway.
And the Buckingham Marine Services you're seeing there on screen, that's the Queens of Buckingham, as they're affectionately known this year, which is the all-female team, and there's Fiona giving us a wave. Fee Harris is one of the characters of the skiff sailing for many years.
What happened to our former leaders, Bill?
Stopped at
Buckingham head over here, the other two are coming over here.
so I think second on the water at the moment might be the Fluid Building Services at the moment.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Bucko, and then Geo.
As we are here now, the Northwesterly's winning, I think. Except down near the headland down here at Cobbler's Beach, there's something different happening entirely. Wow.
A bit of an easterly starting to build here now. Canberra Airport's just got in on.
Just got up moving again.
If someone took the vision away from this and they listened to us talking, that's where blind we worked at the Bureau of Meteorology with how we get out, where the wind's coming from and how strong it's going to be.
Yes, the gust could be 40% greater. 40% less as well.
I want that job though. That's the ultimate job in life, isn't it? Because you get it wrong and they go, come back tomorrow.
You'll be right.
But interestingly enough, as you see there on screen, the Buckingham Marine Services Queens have jumped in front of Canberra Airport, albeit a lap down.
Just a lap behind. I can't
Yeah, well, undone themselves there.
I know. Nothing to
There goes the Spinnaker up on the Canberra Airport, so they're still not giving up here on seeing how they end up.
and it's good. It's the correct angle. That's the right side. So simultaneously within our field of view, there's now wind from the east, northeast, southeast, and northwest.
One of your favourite sayings comes to mind, Bucko. What could possibly go wrong?
And the answer to that is quite a bit.
It looks like after all that and all the divergence of tactics, they're all going to come back together about the same.
Work that one out.
Yeah, and the other guys outside of the one set spinning, they just flip-flop. Guys, as we can see, Canberra Airport here with one straight with a velocity header and then no velocity at all. And the other blokes too start reaching to the mark, not slowly, red pumps and fluid.
Unfortunately, with this sort of breeze activity, it's there's some teams there that already have a real bad number to carry in this championship. This could be their championship over after 3 races.
How many races, Jimmy?
9 there is.
You can't have 3 dusters, can you?
No, mate, no.
Canberra Airport now going to the mark on starboard jibe, so northwesterly flow.
And they're actually low on the mark, so
Yeah, that's nice.
but at least it gets them too near the mark.
Should have probably carried further. There's not much wind at the mark at all. Since they took the chute down, they come to a halt.
I don't think they had any option there.
What do you think they were going upwind with the chute?
Yeah.
Ah,
I think they would have been.
so maybe.
There's no course change displayed down here at the bottom mark.
There's no boat saying N over X or something like that. Look at a new easterly just coming in the heads. But northwest where we are.
Just head back out on port.
Yeah, I think the easterly will win now.
Yeah, you'd have to go around that mark they're going to now, wouldn't you, and head back out there to where the breeze was.
Yes, no, where it is, you've got to go 100 metres before they get proper breeze from the ocean.
It's just like sailing on pit water. You go to where the breeze isn't.
Well, you know it's got west in it when you've got flies flying into the camera cat.
That is true, isn't it?
So unfortunately, red pumps there on screen. Red pumps red has been DSQ'd for a black flag infringement.
Buckingham's a lap in arrears.
Buckingham's a lap in arrears, but Canberra Airport, in only the handful of races that they've done, are our current leaders there in the background.
Good, running square with a pulled-out jib. And
Geochemical assessments is the next one, Buggo.
hard on the wind and tacking.
Canberra Airport's just did about 3 tacks in without changing direction.
Yeah. And they're off.
That's the most demoralising thing is when we're Canberra Airport, you sort of got 1 on wire or 2 on wire and you're heading a pack of boats and just no one's moving, they're in a totally different direction. You just go, am I going the right way? Am I doing the right thing?
Yeah, they wriggle their way all right, haven't they?
Indeed they have.
This would be a day where our old mate Lee Napton would have been pretty handy too, I reckon. Lee and Mackie, Ricky Bridge, Mike McKenzie.
Here you go. Geochemical assessments will round
With a velocity header, jib inside out, but still going.
in second, with fluid in third.
Is he going to jibe inside him?
You'd have to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
God knows, mate.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Jibe and tack. Just watch out, folks, here for the right side of the picture. Adam's 10 keelboat, racing also from Middle Harbour. I know. And the breeze now is southwest.
There's a fruity one beside the camera boat on my side here, Bucko.
A good bit of southwest, as I said.
Can't pick it, can you?
No, I've got a weather forecast. Northeast to southwest winds, 4 to 20 knots, stronger at times. And that will cover it.
Quite a solid sou'wester coming in.
And then southerly.
You can't pick this at all.
Well, the rich keep getting richer, I can tell you that.
Now it gives you an idea on screen of the overview of the whole course area and what is sort of happening, not happening.
I hope these guys can count better than I can because I'd have no idea what lap I'm on. There's boats on all over the place.
I've been cheating, Griff. We've been up to the top 3 times. Just getting reports 15 knots from Queenscliff.
Move the race up to there then.
Just going past the Buckingham Marine Services. So Gruffy giving us a big wave. I think he's sort of in that I give up mode. But, Buckingham Marine Services, they're operated out of Woolwich Dock and Marina up there at Woolwich, so do everything marine orientated that you can think and need. Feel free to give Mitch a call. I don't know where the Buckingham came from because it's Mitch Buchanan, Buckingham Marine. So, but here we have.
In a nice little bit of sou'wester.
Chasing down the leader, Canberra Airport, that's sitting in not much, less than 10 metres ahead, or probably just over 10, 20 metres ahead of them.
Well, mate, just hit the wall when you said that.
Bucko's rubbing off from me.
Big sanker. Like a sniper.
Just looking back up the course, guys, are you seeing any of the 13s coming down? Are you seeing a lot of the 16s that were meant to be coming down?
Do you think they finished the 13s up the top?
Quite possibly, mate. Quite possibly. I'm not saying any of the Manly 13s. I'm saying a couple of the 13s from Middle Harbour Skiff Club. Was our leader there on screen trying his best to Jackson Cranfield, the bowman, on board the Modern Concept Constructions, and just there you go. Doesn't know what to think.
Looking back up, tending to be westerly and sou'westerly.
When you say look up, which way?
Which way is up at the moment, Bucko?
Upwind, I'd say. Sorry, chaps.
Which way is that?
Yeah, which way is that? This guy here, when he started coming at us. So we're at Dog Road, pointed towards Manly, both sailing in sou'westerly flow. Let's watch this one. Start. Chips, I think we better make an edited highlight through with this one. That one doesn't make a big enough wave, does it?
Might be able to get him out to the that wave pool out west.
Had a bit of cross seat.
I don't know what more we can add here with this. Like, I know we're going to stay with it, but surely they've got to be, committee's got to either be looking at pulling the pin on this or shortening it at this next time up to Manly is my only thought. There's Canberra Airport. Are they going for another spinnaker set there by the looks of it? Yeah, just having a practice at it.
Looks like the sou'wester has filled back in across the course now.
Yeah.
The others are off. The other two?
Yeah, sou'west all the way to the finish, I think, here. We're on a good day, sou'west nor'east. Nothing to see here at all.
Canberra Airport has finally got it and they're on the roll.
And it does appear to be stable. They're quite strong down in Manly. North Harbour funnel bit. You wouldn't know about that, but you know.
If you tell me. I believe everything you say, Bucko.
Yeah. Well, I started sailing here at Manly Yacht Club in America, you know, so it was only a couple of years ago.
There's our leaders and chaser on the screen. So your leaders at the moment are Canberra Airport, followed by geochemical assessments with red pumps red there on screen. DSQ'd. So yeah, a disappointing day for Zoe and the team.
But third place in reality is?
The third would be a fluid.
Coming on a smoker. Look at that bit of wind. I think Canberra's going to get a fright.
Yeah. They're going to get carded.
And they need to let it get back too. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. So if I put the camera at double point again, and little 15 knot southwest swerve. Can we get on the fluid, guys? Canberra Airport done the right thing, drive out into the stronger wind, but that's actually southerly now, not southwest. Almost.
Camera looks like they're still just managing to hang in here.
Yeah, that's not.
Pumps red, back in the lead.
Yeah, not really, but yeah.
Here goes Canberra Airport. Geochemical assessments and fluid. Got a big dark one coming across the water to them. So
They're going to get head-butted here.
That's southwest there. Just a rolling stationary like path. Canberra Airport's going to maintain that spot there. That'd be really good actually. They're going to sail in the back of the puff and out the front of the puff's not actually going that way at all.
It's just kind of hanging here.
So, anyway, the fat light is warming up, I think.
It's boat on station.
boat is on station and there's a flag with white around the outside and blue in the middle.
Give me your eyes a bit of my thought. Up there. Package. Great stuff. Finishing line probably 300 metres away. Remember, red pumps is DQ. And Canberra Airport going for the win and making a pretty good fist of it, but they're running over the drop. More coming. Wow, sensational.
Fluid in third place has dropped their spinner gar.
Probably a little bit too early.
But they will go forward. Canberra Airport's got to have to drop in maximum wind speed here. And here they go.
Simo drop with geochemical assessments.
Fluid's got to heat if they're going to make all the
Problem with the drop on Canberra Airport, so this could really open it up here.
Yep, it's not over till. There he goes, he's got it in. No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. It's got out the side.
He's going for a trawl. Red pump should theoretically win it, but not really. Canberra Airport in the trawl. So the winner will be Geochemical Systems. Nathan McNamara, Jack Taylor and Warren Taylor. Good job, boys.
Fluid's going to come through for a second.
Fluid's going to get second.
Canberra Airport don't sort out their problem quickly, they're going to lose third place as well.
Yeah. And they didn't really deserve that, but they didn't need to press that hard, I didn't think.
No, I think, they certainly got a little bit greedy and carried that kite far too long.
Yeah. They got it out of the water. That's the hardest bit of the day.
Yeah.
Botany Access is
Coming at them.
coming in hot.
Yeah. And beating them. Yeah. It's a hard on when you get with the committee going.
You're going to have to tack.
They are, aren't they, on Canberra Airport? Going to have to tack to get back here.
And they're probably not well set up for a tack. The spinners all over the sort of tack. A couple of little issues. Botany Access, nice. Good job. Lucky and Marine, unlucky, I would say. Pretty strong.
And this is going to be close.
No, they're just going to get there. And, let's have a cavitation and a spinning up. And that'll work.
It's one of those things, though, isn't it, Buggo? Like when one thing goes a little bit wrong, everything else just compounds into it.
Yeah.
Pretty difficult conditions for a new crew. I mean, they handled it pretty well.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's terrific all day. Right.
It's just one little mistake.
Sorry, was there a boat pulling camera cat?
So, and here comes the last charger, MC Modern Concept Constructions, who had a bit of time in the limelight, and then they'll be back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th.
Still a respectable result for a day like today.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if this is the last we're going to hear about this race. So, Griff, we'll wait and see what transpires. But
Well, the race committee didn't do anything wrong, but I'm not sure they did the right thing, you know.
Well, I don't think there's anything you can do about it, really, is there?
no, there's not a hell of a lot.
You can, other than whinge, that's it.
Plenty of good whinges there. The next boat that we're looking down at is Imey, which is a very good result for them, considering, if you remember, all that time ago, off the start on their first tack when they were in irons and so forth, Bucko. So it's a good comeback for them. And
I think they had a little swim as well at one point.
Possibly.
Is that 8? So I'm counting.
Very good, Bucko. You haven't lost it.
Completely.
So, as we watch the Imey come across the line here, we might take the opportunity to wrap up proceedings for today from Manly 16ft Skiff Club for Heat 3 of the Club Championship. Thank you very much to Griffo and Bucko for jumping in and helping out in commentary today. It's been a long day for us. We've had another show on before this one, so thank you very much, gentlemen. I really do appreciate your efforts. To the rest of the boys, Piers, Chits, Dale and Sam, thank you very much, legends, as always, to make it always as good as we can make it. And there's the mighty Manly Skiff Club. If you're in Manly, that's what you're looking for as you come in on the ferry on the right-hand side, and that's where you'll find a nice cold ale.
Can we go there now?
If we go back the other way. But anyway, this has been a Sail Media production for the Manly 16ft Skiff Sailing Club. Thank you.